So this is a vid just showing you how to achieve now this page here. So kind of heading towards more architectural looking volumes or forms. So you've kind of ended up with a range of these. So I'll just work on these ones here. And it's a nice full page. In fact, I'll come back over to my one here. So I kind of had this much stuff. So it's a really good goal to have like this much. Um, and obviously, I've really only kind of taken inspiration from like the fish scales on this side here and like lots of different possibilities for formations. Um, these patterns, now I haven't actually turned them into ideas with kind of a distinct floor or space. I would probably come back to them maybe later on and think about texture on the ceiling or textured cement tiles or door handles, or not that we're going to be designing and modeling to that level, but if you are, you could do like a really cool garden petition using those, would look quite neat. So there's some there I'm just going to like leave for later on. But anyway, what I have done is I've begun to group these. So this one here is well grouped. This one is not yet grouped. So again, just click and drag. Hold shift to deselect the things you don't want. Select or deselect, and then right click and group. And what I have done is I've done the copy paste and I've brought them out of here because I kind of wanted to retain this. So by the way, I did actually turn off, so over here in the glasses I turned off the axes if they're in your way, and I made sure to get a really good image of these. I actually removed the drawing entirely when I got the exported image of this, zoomed right in and went here and downloaded the PNG. And I won't explain right now, but that is kind of how I then use Photoshop to apply a filter. So I kind of pulled it in, and these here kind of do random kind of effects. So I've just played around with those with a screenshot of this over top of that. And that's what I've got. And that is to kind of say that we've got this page, and then they turn the page and then they see kind of a reduced version of that page, but now they see the shapes we've made emphasized over the top. And between those two layers in Photoshop, I've added this yellow color. So it could be blue, it could be light green or gray. It just kind of adds interest. And it's probably colors that I've been using maybe on the prior pages. So something that kind of works in with the theme that you've already got going. So anyway, that's that. So with those done, I did copy and paste them and I pulled them to the side. So if I just go in now and, for example, take that one, hold shift, deselect that, copy paste, and we'll just work on this one as the example. I can O for orbit and push it back into kind of perspective. And at this point here, it's pretty simple. You're just grabbing these elements and pulling it up, and then clicking this, matching that height, clicking that, matching the height. This one maybe could be half the height. So do play around. You could stagger them so they're kind of like maybe they step up. So you're really just playing around. And then this one here, probably the same height as that to kind of close it in. This one the same height as that one by touching that one. This one the same height as that one by touching that one. And here you can just begin to kind of see, and maybe we'll make that height. Here you can begin to see something clearly happening. So that's what I've really done. I have actually kind of pulled this up a little, like just a touch. Here, touch that height there. Here, touch that height there. Here, touch this height here, and same around the other side. So with that done, let's say you want another floor in there because you feel like maybe this is going to be a really big space. You have to kind of get good at judging and having a sense of scale by imagining little people in here. And if this is a house, you need quite a few rooms. So what I do now is I'll copy that and I'll paste it outside of the group. While it's selected, I'll right click, make that a group. Didn't mean to do that. And I'll also just triple select that and make that a group. The reason being is I do not want this if I make this raised up. So click twice to get inside of that group as a reminder. And then I want to find a point to connect it to a point. So probably this far corner here to touch that corner there. So I'll click Move Tool, snap to that corner, bring it in, snap to that corner. That's how you move things around. So, and get them bang in place. I'm going to zoom in actually, and I'm going to sync that down. If you're having trouble moving things down in a particular direction, use the arrow keys. So up arrow controls blue axes, whether you're going up or down. And there we go. Now we've got that into place. Now, because later on we want to be developing these ideas, meaning you have to be open to change because we're going to do some floor planning after this, it may mean you have to come back and move things around. If that had not been grouped, and I am just going to show you as an example. I will just copy and paste that. If you had not grouped any of those items, some of you would know what was happened. So let's just ungroup and pretend. Explode. And then, like if I hadn't done that one, and then we're like, oh, I actually want to move this floor or move it up. You go to grab it and you hit the move tool and you just can't, because when things are ungrouped, when two different elements are ungrouped but they're touching, it just creates a mess like that. There's just no way that you can kind of separate and move. So you really have to be smart and just group right from the get-go. So that's all I did really. And you'll notice some are just blocks. I did end up getting into those a bit like later on, a bit more. This started off as like blocks, but I've actually cut down into it. We'll get to that later on. And then roof, that one there. So you can't kind of group it retrospectively because it just clicks the whole thing. So here I can now hold the move tool, maybe pick a point like here, and then go control, makes a copy, and then click, and then up. And now I've kind of put a roof-like copy and form on the top. Now, there's probably lots wrong with that. I did use the hidden line because I just thought it was interesting to see the shape fully. When I downloaded images of these, I got images from just one good image from kind of a view like that. So not a flat view like this. It doesn't really tell us much about the shape. So just for those on the example of this page here, I just did one of each on kind of like an isometric style angle. So just make sure that, we can kind of crop all that stuff away in Photoshop. You could erase that, or even just some paint, you could erase these ones. But we kind of want to make sure they're all clean and clear. You could possibly just arrange them all on as a cluster like this, though I think it's best to do it one at a time. You could also go to scenes, change this to parallel projection, and it does that mode. That's all right, but it is like it's 2D. I'd prefer to keep it like in 3D and actually just get in and get a really good view of it as just showing kind of the form at this stage. That's likely to change. And don't go into any more detail. No more detail than that at this moment. Because to get those really strong grades, you want to leave a whole lot of stuff that you need to develop. If you start knocking out walls and putting windows in and dividing spaces up, we still need to do the floor plan. And that is an exercise we actually need to think about logically about the needs of the user in a home. You're not just going to go in and kind of whack in one shot rooms. So anyway, just get that far with all of them. The hidden lines go on by turning, I think, this on and off. Or hidden lines is, not quite that one. I don't know, how did I actually just knock the shortcut key just then and it went on? But that I just there must be a way. It's just getting late and I can't remember for the life of me how I did it just then. So that's what we want for this page here. Not for every single one of them. Here you can see I've combined. I've done it that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done like 5 or 6 out of all of them. So yep, that's how you do that one.